Hey everybody, and welcome back to the stream. We are playing some more Alan Wake. Always fun to play the creepy, scary games. But let's get back into it. Cheers, everyone. I've gotten so used to seeing Alan with a beard and the long hair from Alan Wake 2 that it's weird seeing him clean shaven, short hair.
Honey, I'm home.
Back here, sweetie. How was it?
Worst weather I've ever seen.
You should put some coffee on. It'll warm you up.
The apartment is pretty identical to the one from Alan Wake 2.
Great. Thanks.
Keenan, you're going to enjoy the game. It's fantastic. I promise. It's a fun thriller. Alan Wake 2 is scarier than Alan Wake 1. I would say so far the thrills and chills have been on par with Control. God, that's a lot. Don't let Alyssa ever see this game. She's going to see that bookshelf and want me to build her one. Like how in the past we still get manuscript pages. So let's read this one. Oh, there's a dude taken.
It's true what they say about the fall and the sudden stop at the end. I'd lain here in the snow while the lurid chain of scenes that had led me here kept playing in my head. A rerun of my own private snuff movie. A memory of my corpse. Alone at my own wake. Thinking in metaphors again. The femme fatale was gone. Only a sour taste remained of the kiss that killed me.
So, Keenan, one of the reasons why I wanted to stream Max Payne is because Alex Casey, the hero in Alan's novels, is supposed to be Max Payne. But Remedy doesn't have the right to Max Payne, even though they made the game. Max Payne is owned by Rockstar. So, kind of a cool juxtaposition with a lot of the stuff in this game when he talks about the character he created. And then Max Payne in the Max Payne games. But unfortunately, that won't stream. And also, we might get the stream because I might buy it on Xbox, because trying to play the PC version with a controller is so hard. But then again, they did confirm that the remake's being done by Remedy. So I might wait till the remake comes out to stream that and play it that way. And when you say you like Max Payne, do you mean the movie with Mark Wahlberg? Because that's just, from what I hear, is just a bastardization of the game.
This was a late goodbye. 13 years after I'd gotten my revenge. It had finally caught up with me. It had been a long time to bear the pain. My blood painted the snow.
Yeah, there was a Max Payne movie.
A gruesome slushy. Dissolved all the scattered painkillers.
It's got Mark Wahlberg and what's her name from that '70s show? She married Ashton Kutcher.
My wife.
Oh, I can't think of her name.
Baby. Honey, I'm home.
I'm sorry, there's a QR code right here. I'm going to scan that bad boy. Oh, it takes me to a YouTube channel.
The dark place was an endless waking dream.
Oh,
I
nice.
saw visions.
I'll watch that later. Mila Kunis. That's what I was going to say, but something in my brain told me that was wrong. Thank you. I was going to say that, but for whatever reason, hey, the 2 gold pistoleros. I was like, no, that's not right. I should have went with my gut feeling and not listened to my dumbass brain. Whoa. Didn't expect that to open. Oh, yes. Typical apartment. Washer, dryer in the bathroom. But I'd rather have a washer and dryer in the bathroom than have to go to a laundromat. That is for damn sure. I know, they're stupid.
The continuing freezing rain and heavy snowfall have necessitated a winter storm warning in the entire tri-state area. People are advised to stay indoors as many roadways are already closed, and city officials are not expected
Kind of coincidental playing this game just after we got our own winter storms.
to clear up anytime soon.
Oh, hey, I just finished those cover mock-ups. They're on your desk. Tell me what you think.
No kidding. I didn't think you'd get them done this quickly.
On occasion, I can perform all sorts of miracles, my dear.
Is there supposed to be... I don't think I'm supposed to get snow here.
Well, you seemed to think so last night.
They did cancel school though, so maybe. I'll have to look.
These look really good.
Oh, sure, until Barry gets his hands on them. Which, by the way, will happen over my dead body. The last time was the last time. Oh, and speaking of Barry, he called. Alan!
Oh yeah.
Alan! Please check the fuse box.
I'm right here. I'm on it, honey.
Please hurry!
Honey, it's a power outage. I've got the flashlight.
Okay.
She does not like the dark.
Hi.
You okay?
I'm sorry. It just really spooked me.
Don't worry. We'll just break out the candles.
Yeah, you're not wrong, Keenan.
I know it's
I don't mind
stupid,
snow that much when I
but
don't have
it's
to drive in it.
especially when I'm not prepared for it, you know? It gets to
Nope,
me.
we might get snow Saturday down here, but
Tell me a story.
no snow tomorrow for us. It's
Okay.
clear and sunny.
I used to have these nightmares when I was a kid. The dark really spooked me, too. When it got really bad, my mom gave me this old light switch. She called it the clicker.
The clicker, huh?
Yeah. If I ever got scared of the dark, I could just flip the switch and a magic light would scare the monsters away.
Oh, sure.
So I'm guessing your snow is coming
Here
from
it
the
is.
north.
Alan.
It's just not making it to us.
You too.
Yeah, nice story, writer boy. You made that up right now, didn't you?
No. Seriously.
I love you, even if you are a liar. Thanks for this.
Bright Falls, the present day, Keenan.
How do you feel, Mr. Wake? Any nausea, disorientation, anything like that? Mr. Wake, how are you feeling?
I'm okay. My head's fine. I had to lie about my headache and memory loss. He'd send me to a hospital for tests. I couldn't leave without Alice.
You're fine, Keenan.
I don't think you have a concussion, but you've obviously been through quite a shock. You should take it easy for a couple of days.
Thanks.
Well then, Mr. Wake, we're done here. If the pain gets any worse or you experience any other symptoms, you should come see me. I'll let you get on with it then. Sarah, Sheriff Breaker, is waiting for you. She's very good at her job. I'm sure she can locate your wife in no time.
Doc Nelson was the image of a small-town doctor. Sheriff Breaker had called him to the station to take a look at the cut in my head.
I'm sorry you had to cut your morning fishing short for this, Doc.
Oh, she's a beauty, ain't she? Not the biggest I ever caught, if you can believe that coming from an old fisherman like me, but she's right up there. Now, she's a largemouth bass, which is what you're after if you prefer a lure. Now, if you want either trout or salmon, on the other hand, then it's fly fishing for you. You a fishing man, Mr. Wake? Oh, doesn't really matter, I suppose. But it can be very relaxing out there. You can't get me off the water this time of year. Closest thing to heaven.
I'll take your word for it, Doc.
What that doc just said about trout and salmon fishing is true for using fly fishing. But the largest trout I ever caught, and I wasn't even fishing for trout, was off a lure. I was fishing for bass, and I caught this massive trout. It was ridiculous.
Lights, Miss Weaver. Everything seems to be fine. I
All right, that one missing guy, Richard Baugh. That looks like Jared from Subway. Does it not? Knack for winning contests.
Come in, Mr. Wake. Your phone's on the desk. The battery was dead. It's charged now.
Have you started looking for my wife yet?
My men are already on it. Now, can you tell me what happened?
I'm not sure. I can't remember. We were arguing. I walked out of the cabin.
The cabin on Cauldron Lake?
How did you end up at Stucky's gas station?
I wanted to tell her what had happened last night, but I couldn't. She'd lock me up. Excuse me. I need to take this. Hello?
Alan, please help me.
Alice?
Stop talking to the law. You'll do exactly what I say if you ever want to see your wife.
Who is this?
Go to the back lot. There's a hole in the fence on the left. Look inside the junker. I left a little something there to convince you we're all on the same page here. After you ditch the cops, you're gonna meet me in Elderwood National Park. There's a spot called Lover's
Mr.
Peak.
Wake, can I help you with anything?
Don't do nothing stupid, pal. We're watching you.
I need to get some air. The sheriff said I could go out back.
Hey, mister!
Of course, Mr. Wake.
Can
You can get there through the cell corridor.
It's on! The deputies, they don't understand. They won't listen to me. I need it to be bright in it. Thank you, man, thank you. Hey, you're all right. You're a good
You're
guy.
all right.
Don't let anybody tell you different.
In spite of its human mask, to describe the Dark Presence as intelligent would have implied human qualities on something decidedly inhuman. Nonetheless, it found the one spot in the diner that was dark enough. Some light spilled into the corridor, ravaging it. But it took the pain. Horrible as it was, the writer would soon fix that. He would be coming to the one place where it still had power.
I'm glad chat's working. My restream channel is saying I'm offline on both, but I know I'm on Twitch because I updated the Twitch thing, and then you're talking on YouTube, so that's good.
The early morning light hurt my eyes and made my head ache. The man on the phone had said, go through the fence on the left.
Yeah, we gotta collect the coffee mugs.
Well, folks, it's been another long night, and it's about time for me to sign off for a while. God knows I need my beauty sleep. Just one more item before I go. It's been a busy night for the sheriff's department. We've had a few broken windows, even a report of shots fired on Main Street. Deputies Mulligan and Thornton had to deal
Shots
with
fired on Main Street.
intoxicated young men who were celebrating the completion of their Deerfest float. Now, folks, we get this every year. I know it's exciting. The big day is almost here, but let's save it for the party and leave the gunplay for the shooting competition, huh? No point in getting all worked up yet.
Oh, there's a manuscript page over there.
The caller had told me to find a hole in the fence behind the police station. There was something for me in an abandoned car.
That was a hell of a kick.
The kidnapper fired his gun one last time, and the shadow vanished into the darkness it had come from. See? Nothing to it, Wake. The thought of Alice in his hands was revolting. We stood on the wooden platform of Lover's Peak, the waterfall on the mountain behind us, the lights of the radio mast blinking red in the heights above.
By the way, the racetrack you got, Bowie, not only does he use it for his cars, but it's now also a wrestling prop. So,
where's my wife?
you did good.
Alice's driver's license had been placed on the front seat. The caller meant business.
for a week, you and Alice. I've been worried sick. I flew out yesterday. I'm here in Bright Falls.
Barry, listen to me. I'm at the sheriff's station. Come and get me. I can't talk now.
Al, what the hell is
Definitely.
going?
I had to get the sheriff to let me go. I needed to get to Elderwood National Park to meet Alice's kidnappers.
A writer is a light that reveals the world of his story from darkness, shapes it from nothingness. The way a sculptor carves a statue from a block of granite. If I stop, the world I'm making dies. Darkness will reclaim it. It's a long, hard journey into the dark. Alice's life is at stake, but I can't think about that, or I'll lose it. The dread lingers
One thing I
on the
love
edge
about
of
Remedy's
perception.
games,
I'll
their
push on
mix
it. Anything
of
is possible here.
live
I'll write
action
the
stuff
story. I'll save her.
with the video game world, like they did in Control. They do it in Alan Wake 2, but you didn't watch me stream that, Keenan.
Marvelous, sir. I just wanted to settle all the damage the Anderson brothers might have inadvertently caused on their recent and regrettable little outing. They are not a...
Alice looked through the viewfinder, lining up the shot. Cauldron Lake was breathtaking.
By the way, how are the audio levels? Because I've noticed when I record videos for the YouTube channel, I've had to adjust the levels in post. Am I coming through clear and loud enough?
She shook her head and laughed.
Accountable for their actions, of course. I can assure you that my staff has been reprimanded.
Odin never caused any trouble to anyone when they were still living at their farm.
Indeed. All we can do is to slow down the progress of their dementia.
Are you feeling any better, Mr. Wake?
I'd like to leave. Am I free to go?
Well, we still
Let
need
me
to talk
up
about...
the game volume then.
No, of course not. But I need to know where you'll be staying so I can get in touch with you.
Let me know if that's good.
The motel. The Majestic is known for its roaches. The cabins at Elderwood are pretty nice, though.
That sounds perfect.
I'm Dr. Emil Hartman. I'd like to invite you to stay at Cauldron Lake Lodge.
Did you talk to my wife?
I had the pleasure of discussing your situation with her on several occasions.
Did you set something up with her?
I invited her here. My clinic is a place where...
Oh,
Nice punch.
Take it easy.
Hey, nobody move. Get your hands off of my client.
Who are you?
I'm Barry Wheeler, his agent. If you have business with Mr. Wake, you talk to me. You yokels won't know what hit you once I sick my lawyers on your asses.
No harm done, Sarah. I'm all right. I don't want to press charges. Mr. Wake, my offer still stands.
My bad, Keenan.
What the hell was that about, Al? We don't need a replay of that thing with the paparazzi. I thought they were gonna lock you up.
I had to talk to someone. I told Barry everything. He thought I was certifiable, but when he heard about the manuscript, I had him. The fact that I'd written something, even if I couldn't remember it, was enough for him. He smelled money.
Oh.
And he believed that Alice had been kidnapped. Anything beyond that was another story. I had a midnight appointment with the kidnapper in a place called Lover's Peak, somewhere in Elderwood National Park. The plan was to rent a cabin.
I don't like it, Al. I don't like any of it. It's not good. In fact, it's the absolute opposite of good.
Mr. Wake! Barry, you found him.
Hi, Rose.
Oh, wow. I was just thinking about
She looks a
you.
little different because it's an
I
older
was just
game.
bringing Rusty some coffee.
But that's
He's on the
Rose from the
balcony,
Night Springs
looking at
episode
the
where
notes.
we were just murdering zombies left
I
and
really
right.
need to go. Great to see you again, Mr. Wake. Later.
Who's Max?
What an airhead.
Jeez, Mr. Takes a swing at everybody. This is not her fault. She's a very nice girl and, more importantly, a fan.
Must examine, find manuscript pages. Door is locked. Can't do shit.
Seriously, Al, what you were saying in the car? Just listen to yourself. What, you shot a guy and his body just disappeared? When was the last time you slept? What, are you high?
No, what Barry just said
Have you
to
been drinking?
Alan.
No! Look, Barry, I'm missing a week.
Like I can
And someone's
imagine
got Alice.
most
And
friends
everything's
would
just
say
sounds like
to
when you
somebody.
say stuff like that.
But I'm glad we
Don't
have
get
a
me
Kevin.
wrong, it's a good story.
Because if
Yeah,
either one of us
wait
said,
here.
like if I said Alyssa disappeared and I killed a man and he turned into a shadow, Kevin would be like, yeah,
Hey,
I bet that
Rusty,
fucking
right?
happened. Let's go find
You're
more
at
shadows to
Kevin's.
kill.
Oh, Mr. Wake. I'd shake your hand, but mine are kind of full here. Actually, I'm sorry about this. Would you mind grabbing the registration form from the desk? It's just across from Bucktooth Charlie.
Okay, sure. What happened?
Man, it's patch.
Al, you can't just go and meet a kidnapper. Those situations always end up in disaster. You gotta talk to the cops.
She's my wife, and it's my call. Can we talk about this later?
No, this whole thing. Listen, you hit your head. I mean, geez, Al, come on. You gotta understand how crazy all this sounds. If you're trying to pull a joke on me, freak me out, it's working. Ha ha, let's have a laugh on Barry. Well, you had me going there real funny,
Wait
Al.
here.
You can quit it now.
Shut up, Barry.
I think this is the form you wanted.
And here are the keys. Okay, you're all set, Mr. Wake. Glad to have you staying here.
Thanks. Can you tell me how to get to Lover's Peak?
Oh, sure. It's at the end of the nature trail. Just follow the paths, you'll get to it eventually. It's an easy walk. Nice spot, too.
Hey, Keenan, remember last summer
If you
when
have
someone...
any trouble finding it, just keep your eyes on the radio mast. It's right below that.
Remember when someone told us last
if
summer
you take a walk in the woods, watch your steps.
It
You
was-
don't end up like Max.
it was going to be an easy walk? Remember that? Remember? And it wasn't an easy walk?
You're asking me to believe that you shot a dude who went poof into thin air, a guy who was bulletproof until you pointed a flashlight at him. You hear that from people who end up spending time in padded rooms, strapped to their beds, wearing white shirts with too long tangled up sleeves, and eating a healthy diet of pills. Al, you make cruel jokes about people who believe that kind of stuff. You're the skeptic. You gave me an hour-long lecture on homeopathy last month. What was it? If there's no proof, it's pure bullshit. Period.
Guess the laugh's on me then.
Al, come on! I mean...
Barry, shut up.
That's just crazy talk, Al. Al? Al? We should go to the sheriff or call the FBI.
Damn it, Barry, they'll kill her! This is not a goddamn debate, Barry. I'm going to Lover's Peak. He said to come alone.
Okay then. I understand. You're my best friend, and I'm worried that you're not right in the head. Tell me what to do to help, and I'll do it.
You stay here, and if I'm not back by morning, call the cavalry.
Because that would be a long-ass night, though.
Just be careful with the natives, Al. These yokels are dangerous. Everybody hates a tourist, or it'll be deliverance all over again.
Could you imagine if I said that to you, Keenan? I'm going to go to this random peak at midnight. If I'm not back by morning, which is probably at least 5 or 6 hours, that'd be a long 5 or 6 hours to wait to call the cops. I think in all honesty, if a friend asked me to do that, it would be like, 1 o'clock, you're not back. Calling the cops. I like how you just said, I would have sent someone to follow you, knowing damn well you ain't going out there.
I'll wait here, Al. I'll hold down the fort. I'll be with you in spirit every step of the way, Al.
Let's face it, if any one of us was in this situation, there'd be me and Kevin there. So, like, Kevin going to go find Jody's kidnappers or me finding Alyssa's kidnappers, I would follow Kevin. Kevin would follow me. And Keenan would hold down the fort.
Barry had never gotten along with Alice, but he knew Alan loved her with an almost frightening intensity. And now something had happened to Alice.
By the way, what I was
And here
drinking,
was
Keenan,
Al armed with a gun and
my
saying
mom
things
for
people
Christmas got me
good and bad at sales for.
a nice bottle of
It was as
Baker's.
if his friend had
God, that goes
experienced a
down
massive
smooth.
psychotic episode and was now totally disconnected from reality. It scared the shit out of Barry.
She asked me what I wanted for my birthday. There's this nice $100 bottle of Japanese whiskey, malt whiskey, single malt, that I might be asking for because she can probably get it at the Class 6 store.
Barry had the keys to the car he rented.
Like
It wasn't
a lot
long
cheaper.
walk to the visitor center, and it wouldn't be any use to me in the forest. I knew I should have gone to the cops. This wasn't the smartest thing I'd ever done, but I was still angry with Barry for trying to talk me out of it. These people had called me right in the sheriff's station.
Alright, I never know when you're on social media or not, so even if I do post something, I like to tell you about it. Especially a cool thing like kick-ass whiskeys.
Welcome back to the show, folks. As promised, our very own Dr. Nelson has just parked his rear end in the studio. Doc, what's your Deerfest plan like?
My plan? You make it sound a lot more organized than I ever seem to manage. No plan, really, just taking the atmosphere. I'm getting a little too rickety to do much more than that, you know.
Oh, tell me about it. No sack race for us older gentlemen, huh?
Yes, exactly.
Yeah, I know you do, Keenan. And I don't blame you. Alcohol is what keeps us going. Or as I like to say, alcohol, the cause and the solution to all of life's problems.
You're the outdoors type. I know for a fact you're an avid fisherman.
That's right. Matter of fact, just caught a heck of a largemouth bass early this morning.
Oh, so it's funny, Keenan. The opening of the game, you're on this ferry into this town, and you talk to a gentleman who is the DJ radio host that we just heard. Alright, that's a weird-ass earthquake. And he wanted, like, he's like, oh, I know who you are, Mr. Wake. Would you mind coming on the show? He's like, oh, I'm here, you know, on vacation. Don't want to, like, make my presence known. I think I was like, oh, I respect your privacy. But, you know, if you change your mind, feel free to come on the show. And then you go to the diner to meet the person to get the keys to your cabin. And that's when you run into Rose, his biggest fan. And, of course, she goes gaga over him being there. And then later on, you know, you turn the radio on, and Rose is calling into the radio show, I just met Alan Wake! That light switch ain't coming on. Ooh, blood. Oh, Night Springs.
Crime and punishment. The cancer and cure of civilization. But some crimes are impossible to punish.
Yep, the super fan. I hope every time like I find one of these, like the episode I can watch.
The Man in the Mirror.
Well, Keen, it's been nearly 14 years since I played this game, so I can't like
He's inside, Agent. He's a weird one.
give you warnings.
You're confessing to killing that guy, huh? Why? Had it coming?
But if I remember correctly, this is less scary than Alan Wake 2.
The air in the visitor center was heavy with an awful smell, as if some rotten drowned thing had crawled up from its grave. Rusty kept coughing blood. My eyes were drawn to the twisted shape of his broken leg. The attack had been vicious. Max whined in his cage. Rusty's eyes were wild with fear and terror. He gasped. "Mr. Wake, it happened just the way it was on that page."
Do not feed the wildlife. Don't you tell me what to do.
Rose knew that Rusty was in love with her, and she liked him too. She liked him a lot. He taught her to dance, and life had certainly taught her the value of a man who was gentle. He treated her well, made her smile, made her feel good. But Rusty wasn't the prince of her dreams, and that tended to underline the unbearable truth. She was no closer to that Hollywood magic than he was.
Keenan, don't you me. Put your big boy pants on. We got this.
The vision left me weak. This was no head injury.
Rusty, hang on! I'm coming! Please, help me! Anybody? Help me! Help me!
Alan needs to work on his cardio, man.
Please, help! Hello? Back here! I'm back here!
Mr. Wake?
Oh, hell.
It happened just the way it was on that page. I found. Came true. It knew. So dark. It'll come back for me. You must. The lights. In the office. I have the key.
Okay, Rusty. Hang on. I'll be right back. Whatever did this couldn't be far. Rusty had found a page from the manuscript. It would help me understand what had happened. The only way to make sure that Rusty was safe was to get the power running and the lights back on. At the last instant, I changed direction and threw myself down. The axe splintered the trunk of a tree. I stumbled into the pool of bright light. My lungs burned. I was too exhausted to move. I tensed as I waited for the killing blow, but it never came. I raised my head. Nothing moved in the darkness beyond. For the moment, bathed in the cold light, I was safe.
Oh, looks like we're dealing with an axe murderer, Keenan.
I was too late. Someone had destroyed the circuit breaker. There was no way to get the lights back on.
Rusty!
The ground was covered with oily patches that looked like liquid darkness. Something had torn a mammoth-sized hole in the wall.
Please don't feed the animals.
Yep, Rusty's one of them now.
Fishing is only permitted for those visitors who purchase a park fishing license. Obey! The operator's instructions at all times. Rusty? Rusty, no! Never! Two bears and wolves never approach any other world closer than 45 yards. Pets must be leashed.
Oh, I don't have my flare gun anymore?
Or historical artifacts from the park grounds. Includes even books you made. Simple berries.
We got him, Keenan. Poor Rusty. Hopefully the dog got away. Just give me all that ammo, please. Rusty will be avenged.
What the hell was that? I saw it from the window. I saw something.
Forget about it, Barry. It's just me going crazy.
Oh, jeez. Oh, jeez. You're not crazy. I wish you were crazy, but you're not crazy. Ow, be careful.
Stay in the cabin. Don't open the door for anyone. I mean it.
And Keenan, that would be the phone call you'd be sending to me and Kevin.
In that last instant of consciousness, Rusty thought about Rose. He was older than she was. Rose was barely out of her teens, but she made him feel young and forget what a train wreck his long-dead marriage had been. He still wore the ring. He'd been waiting for her to tell him to take it off. Now she never would.
Aw.
Lover's Peak was at the far end of the nature trail.
Moonshine Cave. We're not going to explore too far, but let's just see if there's anything right here for us. Oh, yep. We got yellow, so that means there's going to be something back here for us. Ooh, shotgun. Now we got a flare. Glad we went to Moonshine Cave. Also, given the fact that it's called Moonshine Cave, I'm not shocked there was a shotgun in there. Ah, shit. Ah. Got him, Keenan. Got him.
Nobody in Bright Falls seemed to know where Al was, but Rose, the waitress at the diner, had seen him. From what Barry could tell, Al pretty much fell off the face of the earth when he left the diner. Rose was just the kind of fan that Al hated, but she really tried to help. She was smart too, knew a lot about what was going on in the town, knew a lot about Al, even knew who Barry was. Barry liked her. That was no big surprise. When it came to women, Barry and Al rarely saw eye to eye.
got some more shotgun ammo. We won't with the shotgun until later. So manuscript pages or anything over here. Whoa. Oh. Okay, back up to the light. Heal up. Those two dudes weren't effing around. Damn. Oh! Let's run back to the light and get healed again. It looks like I did heal slowly, regenerate. Oh! I guess the game doesn't want me doing that. Alright, so we won't backtrack no more.
I turned the corner, afraid of what the flashlight's beam might reveal. Suddenly, a roughly painted symbol of a torch glowed in the light. Behind it, hidden by a rock, sat a battered metal trunk. It was here for a reason. Packed with supplies, batteries, flares, ammo. Things you need to make it through the darkness of the night. Something left behind by someone who knew what I knew, and more.
Look at these dickheads taking out all the phones. That's just what we would need. That was a fucking bear. Good lord. Oh no! I ain't gonna make it to the light. Oh. We were ready that time, Keenan. No, I was just curious if that would do anything. Oh, read what? Oh, didn't mean to do that again. I mean, I found a coffee cup. I was hoping maybe more ammo or something would be back here. Excuse me.
Agent Nightingale didn't want to be in Bright Falls. These little communities revolted him, and he didn't like the trees or the coffee. He now knew that impossible horrors lurked behind the storefronts and smiles. He desperately wanted to turn the car around and just drive until he passed out or ran out of road and booze. But he had a job to do. He had a rider to catch, at any cost.
I don't think I'd want to ride in that rickety thing. Exactly why I wouldn't want to ride it.
Come on, we gotta get moving. More of them coming. That flashlight's kid stuff.
The flares will keep the bastards away.
Thank you, sir.
You can see them too?
Hell, of course I see him. Come on, we gotta move.
Why?
Because that's the way the story goes.
Yeah, but...
Let's move!
I lost my gun back there.
Oh, I've got a gun. Just keep that light steady on him.
It took a moment, but then I recognized him. He'd been on the ferry when I first arrived here with Alice. He knew my name. We were headed in the direction of Lover's Peak. There was no way this was a coincidence. He was the kidnapper.
Come on, Wake. You better keep up. Bring it!
Right up these stairs, Wake.
Use the flares from the emergency box to hold them off while I get these boards off.
Give me the gun.
Yeah, no can do, Wake.
Are you kidding? Give me the gun!
No time for back talk. Hold them off, damn it.
Just a little longer. Scare them off.
Get some light on those bastards. That'll keep them off us.
Just a little longer. I almost got it. It's open. Move it or lose it. Fighting me! Nailed you. Oh, you feeling better now, Wake? All cozy and safe.
I don't like not having a gun.
Better get ready. They'll be on us soon. This is it, Wake. The last stand. There's more flares here. Get ready. We fight them as long as they keep coming.
Give me the goddamn gun! They're coming!
That's not how this goes. Get with the program, Wake.
That might have been a bad idea to get that coffee thermos, but I had to.
That's right. You just keep coming. He's a king.
Oh, I'm out of flares. Oh, I ducked that. Oh, it's crap. The duck sucks. The duck sucks. Ducking sucks.
There's more flares here.
Oh, I gotta redo this whole
We
thing.
fight
Alright.
them as long as they keep coming.
Give me the goddamn gun! They're coming!
Don't use the flares as liberally as I was. Oh. Got him.
Let's cut the act now. Where's my wife?
I knew you were gonna say that. I read it all before. You're a hell of a writer. Congratulations. You're gonna bring about something glorious and terrible once we get you some proper editorial control.
What the hell are you talking about? Where's Alice?
I want the entire manuscript, or she's gonna suffer bad.
You touch her now.
Hell of a punch.
You're gonna give me the manuscript or you'll be sorry. No! Come back here! I swear I'll kill you if you hurt Alice! Do you hear me? Come back here!
He had Alice, and he wanted the manuscript because he thought it held some magical power. But on more than one occasion, Alice had tried to explain to me how it felt to be afraid of the dark. To her, darkness wasn't simply the absence of light, but something more tangible than that. It was something you could touch and feel. Worse than that, it was something with a mind of its own, something malicious and malign. For her, things changed when they were wrapped in darkness. They turned into something else, something foreign. And nothing was safe or innocent anymore. I'd never really understood what she meant, until now. No manuscript to give him. I had to get back to Barry and figure out my next move.
Not a good situation to be in. Oh, son of a bitch.
Rusty had warned me about these traps. It hurt like hell. I was stuck.
I saw a shimmering light. In video game terms, that means pick me up. That's what I did. I went to pick it up, and it was a bear trap. Right, now I know. Stay away from those. Holy shit. There's a lot of them. I need to say, with all these fucking bear traps, we will not be going off the beaten path to try to find manuscript pages. We're just going to try to weave our way through this tangled maze of bear traps. That was not cool of the game. Should have been like red, not like sparkling white like everything else has been to pick up in this game. Ho! I don't know if it was the best idea wasting a flare there, but there was a lot of guys. I was really hoping I could open that. It would have some ammo in it. That would have been super. Woo, that scared me. Oh, we got Paige and Mr. Wake.
The night had been one desperate situation after
here's
another.
a chainsaw.
I was exhausted, and my body felt as though it had been chewed up and spat out. The flashlight was heavy in my hand, and each pull of the trigger sent a painful shock up my arm. But I was finally out of the woods, and things were looking up. That's when I heard the chainsaw.
Don't want to use that yet. Oh, the light wasn't all the way on. I sprinted over here because I was like, oh, I'll just get there because I saw a light. Rifle ammo. So where's a rifle? Fucker's coming out of nowhere, man. I feel that should not have hurt me. That was not that far of a fall. Oh, that fucking... Forgot about that black goat. Further upstairs real quick. Old knees. Got that right, Keenan. That would have been my knees, too. Look at that. Finding secrets, didn't even know that were there.
When Barry saw the darkness attack the visitor center, it made him a believer. The men Al said he'd shot, they hadn't been just locals on crank. Somehow the world had changed. Like the channel had been switched without warning. You think you're watching a sitcom, and you're really watching a horror show. When the birds started attacking the cabin, Barry wasn't surprised, just terrified.
I do not blame Barry for being terrified. If birds were attacking the cabin I was in, I'd be terrified as well. Not gonna lie, that place should be condemned.
Be aware of Widowmakers.
The darkness wears her face. Is that referring to Alice? Oh, we get the hunting rifle now, Keenan. Oh, did we always have the hunting rifle? It wasn't a shotgun? I thought it was a shotgun. Alright, how do we get through? Ah, right here. Anything this way before we go? It's just a big circle? Nope. Nothing that way, Keenan. That hunting rifle is quite good at what it does. Let's save that for, I guess, the chainsaw that we're going to be dealing with. Most of the revolver ammo I can carry. There's the chainsaw. Oh, glad I saved some ammo for that dude. Also glad I had flares, man, because if I didn't have any flares, that dude probably would just... You saw how he was powering through that flashlight.
Barry?
Ow! The porch is covered with birds. They've got old Hitchcock on me.
Stay out of sight. I'm on my way. Don't open the door.
What am I, crazy?
Stay hidden. I'll be there soon. Just make sure you keep the lights on.
I thought that bird was a statue. I was like, new collectible.
I still had to reach Barry at the cabin, but at least I was out of the woods. I'd have to get the car from the locked garage. It would get me back to Barry faster, and the headlights were a welcome bonus.
A story is not a machine that does what you tell it. A story is a beast with a life of its own. You can create it, shape it, but as the story grows, it starts wanting things of its own. Change one thing and you set off a chain reaction of events that spreads through the whole thing. The characters have to be true to themselves. The events need to follow a logic that fits the story. A single flaw and the magic is gone. The story dies. Alice dies.
You can hold all nature and yourself.
I was like, oh no, I got the car stuck. I thought I was just going to do a cutscene once I got the car. Hold down A to boost. All right. You can change the vehicle. Okay. Guess that's as far as we go with the car.
The flare gun was probably the best weapon I could imagine against the dark things I was facing.
That flare gun came in handy. Let's check out this cabin real quick, Keenan. That's what white people do in horror movies, right? Wait, is this the... I already came in this cabin, didn't I? Yeah. Okay, we're almost back to Barry. Wifey texting me.
It was the kidnapper.
You son of a bitch! Where's my wife?
Enough horseplay, Wake. You deliver the manuscript, and you can have your woman back. Simple as that.
I don't... Listen. Listen. I'm gonna need time to finish it. I still need to write the ending. I need a week.
Not done?
I need a week.
2 days. The old Bright Falls coal mine is nearby. You can find it easy, city boy. The main building, there at noon. You bring the manuscript, you'll get your wife. Not, well, get me?
Yes, I get you.
Look at all them birds.
Barry had talked about birds over the phone.
So glad you're here. A couple of them got in here before I blocked the chimney. This isn't normal. These birds are weird.
Oh! Good lord.
Hey, Al. I'm sorry for thinking you were having a psychotic episode, man.
I sent Barry to the town to ask around about a man fitting the kidnapper's description. He'd go through the archives of the local paper. Perhaps he could learn something. Anything about the island and the cabin that had disappeared. The man wanted a manuscript. I had to try to write him one to get Alice back.
Talk about pressure under writing.
For me, the supernatural had always been nothing but a metaphor for the human psyche, a tool to use in writing fiction. Now, it was happening for real, and I couldn't put a single word on paper.
Barry Wheeler speaking.
This is Rose.
Rose?
I found Mr. Wake's pages.
Oh, you sweet, brilliant girl.
Could you and Mr. Wake come get them? I live in the trailer park outside the town.
We'll be there in less than an hour.
Bye now.
See you soon.
Oh, that didn't
Have
sound
a great
suspicious.
day. Hope you come back soon. Welcome to the old
dear diner.
Good girl.
Mute that game audio. So I already got one copyright hit for an end chapter song. End of episode 2. So I think that's where we're going to take a break for now. I might be back on later. Going to go do some family time. Thanks for hanging out, Keenan. And I can't tell if anybody else was watching because the stupid counter was offline. But thanks for hanging out, everybody hanging out. And we'll be back on soon. Bye now.